recently finished my screenwriting degree, and the first step into this industry can be quite terrifying. So I sat down and I thought what it is that I should do. And what a better use of my time than sharing my totally professional opinions about other people's work. So let's begin. First, okay, that's not what I meant. Okay, where is it? There it is. I'm going to talk about the live action version of Mulan from 2020. And well, I was disappointed. You need to understand something. Mulan is my favorite. Oh, look, the howl is back. Mulan is my favorite film, okay? My older brothers had to endure it on repeat for years. And in return, I got stuck watching Naruto, Dragon Ball, and all sorts of animes, which I'll admit I enjoyed those shows. Anyway, when I heard there is a live action version available on the VOD, I immediately pressed play. And whoa, very quickly I realized I'm not watching the Mulan I know, not even a close version of her. One of the biggest changes is that the live action Mulan is presented as a natural born fighter from the very beginning, and that simply isn't Mulan. Mulan wasn't born with a sword in her hand. The beauty of the original character is that she's not a warrior. She's gentle, sensitive, intelligent, and genuinely wants to bring honor to her family. She's not a warrior. She learns to become a warrior. She grows, she struggles, she fails, she rises. That's what makes her achievements so powerful. In the live action version, however, they made her a superhero from the very first minute, and that erases her entire journey. As a viewer, when you see a character become a hero, it's inspiring, it's exciting. But when a character burns a hero, it's simply expected and predictable. The second change is that Mulan suddenly has a younger sister. What? Why does Mulan has a younger sister all of a sudden? The answer seems clear. The sister represents the proper way to be a woman, delicate, obtained, exactly what is expected of Mulan as well. But instead of deepening the story, it feels like an added detail meant to explain something that was much stronger when left unspoken. It feels as if the character of the younger sister is supposed to replace the scene when Mulan wrote on her skin the way of being a proper woman, which was a very strong scene when you think about it. And it feels like they took this scene and just squeezed it into a character and said, let's add a younger sister. So, Mulan, how does it feel to find out that you have a younger sister all of a sudden? It's nice to have a younger sister, someone that can help and also bring honor to this family. Someone that can help with the parents' expectations of you. So it takes down the pressure, isn't it? Taking all the pressure down. You need to understand something. In the original version of Mulan, all the family honor, the parents' expectations, everything was on Mulan's shoulder. It's a completely different type of pressure than being compared to a sibling. In my opinion, it kind of downsized the pressure that was in the original film. Look, I'm not saying that the live action version has to go hand by hand with the original film, but here it just feels very forced. That's what I think. Another major change is the character of Shan Yang, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's the witch. Apparently, there is a witch now. At first, she's an enemy. Later, she identifies with Mulan, switches sides, and even sacrifices herself. This doesn't exist in the original, and it feels like an attempt to force a moment of female solidarity, even if it comes at the expense of the tension and complicity of the villain. I just really don't understand the transformation from an enemy to an ally just because both of them are women. I don't know, it doesn't buy me here. From the very first meeting of the witch with Mulan, she's tried to navigate her toward accepting her womanhood within her, and it feels as if the entire story is about the gender, and they seem to forget something very important. Mulan's strength coming from her ability to solve problems and to see things in different way, and it's basically her being intelligent. And the plot here just focused on gender, in my opinion, way too much. Then there is the thing that they brought me a witch, but they couldn't bring me my Mushu. Anyway, the original Mulan is a feminist character without announcing it. She discovers her strength throughout the story without rejecting her femininity and without becoming a rebellious figure for the sake of rebellion. Her softness is part of her power. In the live action version, however, everything is stated loudly. There is no room for interpretation, no subtext, everything is highlighted, explained, and spelled out. Mulan is the type of characters that didn't have to shout out how strong they are. She simply was. Let me compare here for a minute. I love Merida, but she's a rebellion from the start. Her story focuses on the mother-daughter relationship, not straight on feminism, and of course that exists there, but it's about complicity between a mother and a daughter and the generation gap and what traditions should be kept and what traditions should be replaced. Mulan, on the other hand, discovers a whole new world, discovers herself, and in the end, returns home, bringing honor. That's what makes her story so special. The live action Mulan is a film of its own, but it's not the story that shaped me, inspired me, or taught me what courage looks like. And maybe that's okay. But it's also okay to say that this version simply doesn't carry the heart of the original.